Well, that was fucking rude. Anyways, another packed day in Ho Chi Minh City today. Always starting off with our morning coffee rituals. 15 to 30 minutes of Google search and arguing over which one to pick. And then in this video, we're just kind of exploring more. Oh, I forgot about this touristy little shell making, picture making thing factory. They have a bunch of maybe like 5 or 7 different steps of like fine tuning the level of like grit and like if you want it smooth or coarse. And it's just all handmade and just epic craftsmanship. I was able to get this shot of this guy at his desk here, just surrounded by photos. I think I'm really starting to find out that I like these, you know, backlit kind of shots that are just so much going on in the photo. So next we did like a historical war kind of tour where they just showed us all their like systems and traps and tunnels that they created during the war to kind of just move around and survive. And there was a guy ahead of me and he just kept stopping for some reason, so I literally had to just like 20 meters in just close my eyes, start breathing so I could fight the panic that was setting in. Told myself I'd try to do like 2 or 3 like sections or whatever, but yeah, after I got to the first door there I was like, okay, yeah, that's good for me. And then obviously we got to shoot some AKs if we're there, right? I just bought like 10 bullets. I wanted to buy more, but it was actually super expensive. And the gun kept jamming on me, and all I could think about was, I don't know, I've heard some horror stories of backfires and stuff, but yeah, once it started working, I just started peppering the target, as you can see here. My instinct kicked in. If you've ever shot like sniper rifles or whatever before, I think they teach you to like put your hand up on the stock of the gun or whatever. So I almost lost my hand here or whatever. That you could see the guy just freak out. No, you keep it on the ammunition part or whatever. But close one. So next up, we checked out this family run. I'm pretty sure it was all family there. A coconut candy factory, although it might have just been a coconut factory. They did make a lot of candy there, but there was so much other stuff that they just had that was just made purely from coconuts, 100% from coconuts, which was pretty interesting. And just watching the entire process from the start to the finish, like everything was handmade. It was just, I don't know, eye-opening, I guess. Like their work ethic is just next level. They even had a little performance for us with some music, some singing, the whole deal. I always see these like portrait style kind of travel shots of the locals and stuff like that I've been trying to recreate. You know, like, you know, the dramatic ones you see, like the faces are just so sharp and you can see every detail, and that's what I tried to kind of pull off here. I do like the shot, but I feel like I maybe am missing some proper settings, focus or lighting or something. And yeah, because we kind of golf carted from one side of this island to the other, they had this little longboat ride back, and I kept telling myself like, okay, just because it's in the trees, it's in the bushes. Just look for things that are just lit up by the sun peeking through. And I think I got what I wanted here with this little longboat shot. I think the lighting is kind of cool here, and just seems like a vibey Vietnam shot. Yeah, speaking of those portrait shots, this one would have been, I think, really good with the lighting and just the drama of it, if that's the right word. But again, like, just wasn't able to nail focus. And then on the way back, they just took us to like a little shop area, and they just have these bees just sitting there, like a whole hive of them or whatever. I guess this is how they get their honey. Okay, well, I am tired as hell. We just had a longer day trip to just go check out some Vietnam War stuff and the Mekong River. And now we're just gonna meet up with a friend, and I guess this will just be a quick one of the party street, or so they call it. Well, I say a quick one, but later that night, we finally met up with Sam and his little Vietnamese princess, Chu. Yeah, he's been living there for like 5 years, so we ended up talking about some stories that he had and living in Vietnam and all that stuff. And I was able to snap this shot of him mid-story, and if you could just only imagine how epic this tale was. And not to get too chummy, but I also think this is a really good shot of them too. Just kind of got them both just telling a story, and just I don't know, I think you can feel something here. And if there's one thing I think photography is supposed to do, you know, just with one image, it's make you feel something, right? Yeah, so after we just crushed a couple of beers, huffed a couple of balloons, it was off to the party street, which was pretty chaotic. Maybe the busiest street I've ever seen at night, like for a party street. Just live bands like everywhere, and just, I don't know if it's like, must be part of the culture here, but there's just kids, like very young kids running around everywhere. It's midnight here. There's performers everywhere. That's just wild, and I think it's just life here. I think this shot here I was able to snipe was easily like the heaviest of the trip. Just right in the middle of all the craziness, all the tourists, just so many people just flooding, you know, by. And there's just this woman sitting here, like, it's honestly like she looks like a child herself, but just feeding either her child or, you know, maybe a sibling. I don't know, there's just so many things that this one makes you think about. I could say that this one hits pretty hard too. But yeah, that's Ho Chi Minh City, man. It's overwhelming, it's chaotic, it's intense, all in the best way possible. And day 2 or 3, I'm not even sure where we are anymore, but it's in the books.
Cheers, man. Cheers. So nice to see you guys.